brand tells a story. And they are the storytellers, the Sutradhars. They present a brand with band, baja and barat to you. They are the Brandwalas. He took a century-old family legacy and built a global drinks brand from his garage. Nishant Sharma, founder and CEO of Rutland Square Spirits Limited. From the tea gardens of Assam to the heart of Edinburgh, he is blending Indian heritage with Scottish craftsmanship. From the tea gardens of Assam to the heart of Edinburgh, he is blending Indian heritage with Scottish craftsmanship. He is crafting a distinct identity in the world of premium spirits, where a great brand isn't just about what's in the bottle, it's about the soul behind the label. He is our Brandwala, mastered the art of the rebrand. He is our Brandwala. Hello and welcome. You're watching Brandwalas. I am Krishnakumar and we are in conversation with Mr. Nishant Sharma, CEO and founder of Rutland Square Spirits Limited. Nishant, great to have you with us here on the Brandwalas. I'm going to, obviously, Rutland Square Spirits Limited has two big liquor brands, in the Indian market that are making, fast strides. But before that, tell us, you had a journey, that took you here. Rutland Square Spirits Limited is about a year or so old. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So it's a 3-year-old company.
Okay.
So we started selling our product in 2023.
Okay.
And in just 3 years, we are really working hard to build something meaningful for ourselves.
3 years, but then you clearly had a long journey even before those 3 years, isn't it?
Yes,
Can
absolutely. So first of all, thank you for having me on your show. I'm really excited to do this. My journey starts 2007. I'm born and bred in India in a small town called Edinburgh. And in Assam. And then our origin story is from Punjab. My great-grandfather migrated from a small village called Chigawa near Amritsar to Assam. And he started working for Gora Sahab in his tea estate. And that's where the alcohol foundation started. So they started blending whiskey. He met a Scottish officer and they started mixing and blending one bottle of scotch that they would buy under their quota and sell it to the common man as Indian blended scotch illegally. So when I realized alcohol was in my blood during the time I was in India when my grandmother passed away, I felt, this is what built us and I should start from there. So this journey originally started in 2000 and late 2017, around 2018. And it took me 3 years to create a recipe because I really wanted this to have a meaning. It needs to have a story, something that served a purpose. And yeah, so 2021 we went to market. We failed. I was one-man bandwagon. Then 2022 I tried to reinvent and went back to market. I failed again, almost went bankrupt. And then end of 2022, we started selling one bottle at a time to every single independent bottle shops. And that's where the influx happened.
Oh, fantastic. And now here you are. You have a brand that has a global presence and a very strong, domestic strategy. Tell us about both, actually.
So just to set the tone, we are slowly becoming a global enterprise. We are now positioned in 690 outlets in LCBO in Canada. We are pan-GCC, Qatar, Doha, Bahrain, etc., etc. We are in GMR, which is your Delhi airport. We are in Mumbai, which is Osprey. 4 times sold out without any brand advocacy, which is a proud moment for us. We are a small team of 25 now between the Edinburgh office and India office, including the part-timers, BAs. We just partnered with Mehra Wines for a pan-India rollout. So we're starting with 6 states in Northwest.
Lovely.
So yeah, we are still a founding story. We are not quite there yet, but we are trying our hardest to get there.
Okay, so in the Indian market now you have two, one is a gin and one is a rum. One is a chai-spiced gin, if I'm not mistaken. The other is also a chai-spiced rum, isn't it? These two are the products you currently have in the Indian market.
Correct.
Do you plan to introduce more products as well?
Absolutely. So chai, the whole tea ecosystem is what I'm trying to build because it takes me back to my inception story. our gin originally, which was the only SKU we had, but everything started. We became the world's first and only oolong infused chai spice gin, and the oolong white tea we sustainably sourced from the small town of Edinburgh where I was born. We bring it back to Scotland. We do a London dry method, which is throwing everything in a copper pot still, slow distillation, multiple filtration and distillation, and then we bottle it. It was originally a small batch gin, which is the methodology we still follow, but we are now rolling it on a fast lane, and because we are growing quite dramatically. So yeah, we are getting there. Okay. We have chai spice Scottish gin, chai spice Scottish rum. Again, it's world's first and only oolong infused chai spice rum. And we are in the process of bringing a very exciting whiskey.
Oh, fantastic. Can't wait for that product to hit the market. Tell us, how do you market Rutland Square Gin and Rutland Square Rum? What is your marketing mix like? What are the platforms that you use?
To be very honest, we don't. We don't know what we are doing. What we genuinely do is, if you look at every single brand which is out there, they are very aesthetic. They're very beautiful. They put their stories, their narratives very beautifully. If you go to our social media page, we are raw, because we want to present ourselves as what it is to build a brand with not fancy agencies helping you build. It's not something I say is wrong, because it works for their brand. We want our consumers to see what you're drinking is a true startup doing things within the resource they have, without having to pump money for marketing, without having to do big campaigns. We do whatever we do in-house. We have a small team of 3 people within the marketing section and a team member in India. So yeah, we don't have a marketing strategy. We just put our product out there and we tell them how great it is, and it's our people who buy it and they put their testimonies, and this is how we expand our brand reach.
Okay, so do you then leverage social media?
Yes.
And if so, how then?
So we do posts. We do events. The beauty of our brand is it's a hybrid brand which connects East and West. So we have a narrative from India and we have a narrative from Scotland. So Scottish people love the Indian narrative because they don't have anything that complements the palate. And then Indians love the Indian narrative because India is up and rising and everybody wants to be part of the growing India story. But they also appreciate the quality Scotland brings. So with those tags, I call it, that's a campaign that we are looking to do. Is called Ghar Wapsi, Har NRI Lautega Ghar, which is, it's a fusion between East and West. It's my origin story and origin story of every single immigrant that has left his hometown to build a life in a foreign country. No friends, no family, but we somehow built it up there because global CEOs are Indians. So it's almost like that. So it's bits and pieces of India through tea and other things. So yeah, we do social media, we do some of the paid ads, and we publicize ourselves, but it's more about talking about who we are and what we do and what we are making that attracts people.
Okay, tell us then, how do you gauge customer feedback? How do you understand whether what you're doing so far in terms of getting your message out and the way you're getting it out, it's reaching the consumers the right way?
We have great Google reviews. We have great Trustpilot reviews. Every customer buys our product. We ask them very nicely that if you really liked our gin, or if you didn't like our gin or rum, please leave us a feedback so that we can work upon making it better. Because if people won't tell us, it's everybody's palate is different and everybody's reviews are different. But it gives us a sense of what we are doing and how we are reacting, and so far it has been all positive, which gives us huge confidence, and this is why we are surviving. So we engage with our customers on a daily basis. I personally do. I'm very active on LinkedIn, I'm very active on other social media, though it's handled by other people, but I nip in and I try to message every single individual who is asking questions around our product.
Okay. I have to ask you this at this stage, since we are discussing branding and marketing, can you give us the story of how you arrived at Rutland Square, chai-spiced gin and chai-spiced rum? How did you arrive at that bottle design and that, everything?
So this all happened in 2017 when my grandmother passed away, where I was in a very successful banking career. I was working for BlackRock doing some very exciting things. And a moment came in my life where I had a little fatigue. I was making good money, I was comfortable and happy. And when I saw my grandmother being cremated, I felt life has no meaning. One day it's going to come to an end, and we kind of put blockers around us saying that, oh, we need a safety net, we need this and that, and it almost, the whole foundation of life collapsed in front of my eyes. And that is when I spent 15 days with my grandfather, coping with the pain of losing one of the closest persons in my life. And when I heard the story and then about my great grandfather uprooting himself from Punjab, coming to Assam, it resonated with my story. I left Punjab and I left to Scotland, almost living a life of hardship, starting my journey as a dishwasher, building myself into as a cleaner, as a waiter, then finding myself into call center, to banking, and then working for one of the biggest asset managers in the world. So it was a journey in itself. So when I realized that alcohol was in my blood through the conversation with my grandfather, I thought, this is what I want to do. Even failure comes, I just don't care. So when I came back, I was very clear that it had to have a origin story, which is where I'm from, where I was born, and it needs to have the today story, which is where I am at, which is Scotland. So I picked up tea because Assam is the tea capital of India. Yeah. And we went through 200, 300 variants of tea, got stopped by immigration officers multiple times thinking I'm tea laundering. And so yeah, I went through the phase. We created a recipe. Oolong tea kept on bouncing in flavors and florals and notes. And I said, that's the tea we want to do. Found a supplier in India. It had to come from India because it builds the base for us. And we started building a tea ecosystem, which is, who doesn't like a chai? Chai pe charcha, gin pe charcha, chai spice gin pe charcha. So that kind of created a foundation, a platform for us. So when we got the IPs for everything and it connected both worlds, which I belonged. So we created the world's first chai spice gin. We survived that. People loved it. We scaled it. Then we added the rum. So the story was Rutland Square, the name came because the Indian embassy sits in Rutland Square. Okay. Now, as a British national now, proudly Indian, but still, I live there. So I have to go to Rutland Square to get my visa. Okay. So Rutland Square became the gateway to India, and it became the name and the IP of the brand. Chai Spice Scottish Gin came because it's got chai in it, which is tea, translates to tea, chai. So spiced because we have 13 botanicals, all that make our gin. So chai spice Scottish because it's made in Scotland, and gin because what the product, rum and gin, the products are. And the lion became the logo because lion rampant sits on the Scottish royal family's crest, and it also sits on the Ashoka Chakra of India. So that's how the lion came, and the pattern on the bottle is a homage to the weaving industry of India, the Kashmir industry, the Assam Mekhla Chadar industry, and then the kilt industry of Scotland. So if you merge that all together, that created our beautifully IP pattern, and it became a story in a bottle.
Story in a bottle, fantastic. I'm going to take our conversation now to the world of branding and marketing, and packaging is an integral part of branding and marketing again. Let's talk the big picture right now. Tell us, so much gets spoken about branding, advertising, marketing, especially on social media these days. What, according to you, is the big buzz as far as the world of branding, marketing, and advertising is concerned?
I'm going to get in trouble before saying that.
Please do.
So as human beings, we are products of, we are like sheeps. So anything that comes up and is so-called viral these days, and people follow the trend. We are almost losing some sense of identity. I think brand loyalty doesn't exist anymore as it used to. Look at Tata Salt. We talk about it, and for me, Fevicol means adhesive. I never knew what adhesive is, genuinely. So that doesn't exist in today's world. So we try to do whatever we can to gauge people's attention, the eyeballs, but then once they try the product, they repeat it and they like it and they talk about it. So a lot of word of mouth happens. So there isn't a buzzword that we follow. We pick up our battles every single day. We wake up and we see, okay, today is Holi. We should do something about Holi because that's the buzzword for the week. So yeah, we are not trying to follow trends. We are not trying to do things that every other brand is doing. We are literally out there.
So you think the big buzz is individuality then?
Yes, absolutely. It's again, it connects back to people like myself who left our country and went back. So there's no story that exists as such. So that's our buzzword. Let
me ask you the other question. What, according to you, is the big blah as far as the world of advertising and marketing is concerned. When I say blah, what I mean to say is that so much of gyan gets given about it on social media, especially LinkedIn, but it's actually, much ado about nothing. So, tell us what, according to you, is quite blah, actually.
I think we have become a blah generation, because everybody is very opinionated now, and I think opinions and experience are very individual, but we would like to spread it to the world. We want to shove it down our throats. We do that sometimes as well. We go and do some posts. We don't have a blah as such. We don't, as I said, it ties back to.
No, but I'm saying individually speaking, what happens to you when you look at something and you're like, that's.
I ignore. Genuinely do. Good comments, I like them, I appreciate them. Bad comments, I embrace them, but I don't let them through my skin. We don't follow a formula. We are not looking to do anything as such that will make us viral. So for us, existing is blah. Because so many times we have failed and gone under, that our survival is a blah moment for us. We are still around.
Okay, tell us then, let's talk about the most important thing as far as any field is concerned, not just branding and marketing, and that is AI and cutting edge technology. Tell us, how do you leverage AI? What kind of tools that you use to get your product out?
I love AI. I think it's people have mixed feelings about it. I feel it's one of those revolutions that's happening when the World Wide Web happened. We had those dial-up connections and we used to connect to the internet. And then
the good old days.
I clearly remember the first thing I Googled was Ferrari, right? Because I didn't know what else to do. So we are going through that pivotal change, and I think we must and we should embrace. That's my personal opinion, because if I talk to my team, we do a lot of presentations in our work, and I sometimes see them spending 3 days doing one presentation for a distributor. Such a waste of time. I said, pick up your presentation that you have, upload it into one of your AI platforms, and put a prompt in and just ask the AI to do the thing for you. It creates it for you. You tweak it and then you present it. It's much easier. You're not spending 3 days creating a PPT. So this is how we use. I love AI because I challenge my AIs. So I sometimes.
How do you challenge AI?
So I have Claude and I have ChatGPT.
Okay.
So I'll open a conversation with ChatGPT, and then I'll copy paste the response to Claude and say, this is what ChatGPT is saying, what do you think? So I make them fight. And through that process, it's fun because they have their own individual minds, and as per their prompting, and they give their responses, then I kind of test them to their limits until they break.
Wow, that's interesting. Out of curiosity, you do this only for your professional work, or do you do this for personal decision making as well?
Is my wife going to beat me tonight?
Okay, fascinating. But tell us, how do you see technology as a whole impacting, say, the liquor business per se?
I think it's impacting it in a very good and positive way. For example, us being agile and doing things using technology is adding speed, agility. It's making us more professional. It's reducing cost. In an ideal world, I would ask one of my UI UX designers to create some images for me to put in my presentations. Now I do it myself. Research has become very, very easy. If I have to go speak to somebody and I need to get some facts, it's much easier to get high-level facts. Market trends, what's happening in every single market. In an ideal world, I would go to a big agency to give me that dump, which will cost me so much money that I don't have. That has become easy. Raising capital has become easy. I'm one of those founders who have gone through the journey of raising capital myself because I never knew how to do it. And now with AI, I can search about family offices. I can search about whose mandate is where and who's doing what, who is looking for investment, who's looking to invest. That has helped me a lot. It has also made my communication better. I'm terrible with spellings. So my emails are now more polished.
Fascinating, yeah.
So I'm using it on a daily basis.
And I'm curious to ask you this as well. You're in a market which is not the way it used to be 10 years ago, or not even 5 years ago. You're doing a craft gin in a market which is all about craft gin. Especially in the last 5 years, you've seen an influx of not just craft gin, but like craft rum, all kinds of craft liquor. So standing out in this market is a big challenge, isn't it, considering the competition?
It is very hard because we are all fighting for the same shelf space. But you know, victory comes to who he stands, right? We are all fighting the war of holding the space, selling, putting our product in front of the consumer. We go through the pain of spending that money because it's really brutal for the alcohol industry out there, especially getting your product from our manufacturing distillery to the shelf. There's a lot of costs involved. People think, oh, this is an expensive gin. I never chose that price. The infrastructure and the market has created that price, because we have to go through taxations, import duties, so many things. Yes, there are a lot of products because I think people are more expressive and they want to bottle their expressions, and gin is an easy craft to bottle compared to whiskey, where you have to wait 3 years and 1 day before even you can call it whiskey in our part of the world, in Scotland. So that's where a lot of gins are out there, because everybody's trying to present what they stand for, what their flavor profile is. But again, I think it's a very exciting market to be in, because it's giving consumers an opportunity to try various things. They have more to choose rather than eating rice and dal every day.
Yeah.
You know, they have
consumer behavior has changed so drastically, isn't it?
It is.
It's not just about the legacy brands anymore.
No. This is where it feeds into the loyalty piece. People are not loyal to the legacy brands. They want to experiment. I think COVID plays a really big part in this, because it has taught us to drink at home, right?
Yeah.
And also doing those Zoom drinking sessions. Now, because that world is gone and we can drink together, people want to talk about, because people see value in everything. If they're spending 3,000, 4,000 rupees on a product to consume, they really want to express why they want to justify that spend. And when over the weekend or weekdays, whenever they are getting together, and if I'm inviting you to my house, why am I presenting you this product? What made me buy this product? These are the conversations people are doing, and that's what's giving everybody an opportunity.
Okay. Nishant, I'm curious to know at this stage, tell us, what is the one thing about your job that you love the most? The one thing that's a pick-me-up for you every day when you wake up and you have to get to work, and you're like, that's the reason why I wake up and go to the office.
I love doing what I'm so lucky to be alive and doing what I'm doing. Success and failure is part of everybody's journey, and we go through it every single day. We have good days and bad days, but I think being able to choose what I do is my biggest moment to be alive.
So the fact that you're doing this is keeping you motivated enough.
It gives me happiness, immense happiness, and this is an industry full of challenges. It's not like selling apple juice, where you can just put it on a Kirana shop and people can buy it. It goes through so much controlled environment, bond movement, and it's an industry is not for the faint-hearted. and this is where a lot of brands come and they fizzle out, because it tests you. Like, it almost killed me. I nearly had a heart attack when I started my journey, because it was such a brutal journey and we would run out of money so fast. It took a toll on my mental health, my physical health. When I was obese and I was struggling through the challenges of surviving. And even then, I felt immense pride and happiness that I'm able to narrate my great-grandfather's story, who I never met, but I'm proud about where I come from and who I am and where I belong. And being able to share that with people gives me immense joy.
Fascinating. Then tell us, what is the one thing about your job that you don't like at all? We don't use the word hate here on the show. It's a big word. It's a wrong word. We don't like it. What is the one thing about your job that you detest? The one thing that you don't look forward to every day?
Depleting bank account.
What?
Depleting bank account. Every first of every month when I open my bank account, my blood pressure goes high, because we have to pay salaries, which I thoroughly enjoy giving people. But in this line of business, you really lose money very quickly. So that's one part. I wish we had the opportunity to build something, because we believe in what we are building, and then capital dries out, and then you have to go out and raise capital. I was never born in wealth. So I started my journey as a dishwasher and a waiter. So even being able to be here where I am speaking to you, I feel immense proud about. So when I see that bank account depleting, I hate it.
Fair enough. Anybody would in your position, not just you, Nishant. tell us, where do you see Rutland Square Spirits Private Limited in the next 5 years? What does your horizon look like?
So I'm not going to say that every founder would say, just to sound fancy. I'll be very, very raw and upfront. I have huge aspirations. I aspire to build this brand into what global brands are. We as a team believe in it, and we really hustle hard and put our blood and sweat into building this, even being able to list our product within 3 years into the places we are. Some big listed companies are sitting there. And us even our bottle sitting next to them is a testament of our survival and our hard work. So I would love my brand to be a global brand. We are building a global brand. It's India forward brand, but based out of Scotland. So I would like to put it on the map.
And you have a gin and a rum in the market.
Yes.
You have a whiskey on the way.
Yes.
How many more, and also more importantly, can we expect other variations of gin and rum?
Yes, we would very much love to experiment. We are currently working on a very secret project on our rum side.
Okay.
I have found fond love for rum because I explored rum out of the blue. I was never a rum drinker.
Okay.
And I've gone towards rum. Our rum has become one of the hottest selling products in the UK and Europe. And we felt it would be fair to create something which is more exciting. So we are doing something on our rum side, which we will release this year. And also we want to create a whole ecosystem of tea. Hendrix has cucumbers, and Roku has their Japanese flavors, and Monkey 47 has 47 botanicals. We want to create a world of spirits which is enriched with tea and some love and other flavors.
As you're talking now, we have to remind people again, nobody say gin, everybody thinks London or London dry gin.
Yes.
Whereas, a Scottish gin called Hendrix is one of the best gins in the world. So, Scotland's name for gin.
Yes.
Because invariably Scotland gets, clubbed together with Scotch all the
Yes.
time. People forget the fact that they make one of the best gins in the world, isn't
Correct.
it?
We come from Mecca of spirits. It has been overshadowed by whiskey because globally people consume whiskey more. It still holds the highest
India,
market
people
cap.
consume whiskey more than any
Everywhere. In Scotland, people consume Scotch.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes I wonder, like in Scotland, they should have more brands. Like I would love for my Indian brands to be on the shelf because it adds diversity, it brings more products to people's lips. But unfortunately, it's not, because it's still, they control the market. So yeah, I would love to build something which has meaning, and it has character and full of flavor.
Fair enough. We'll leave it at that. Nishant, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here
Lovely.
on the Brand Walas.
Thank you.